did you also forecast any financial improvements for them for this particular budget
Uh,
management project?
yes.
Okay, and what kind of financial, forecasting did you do for them? Can you please share the specifics?
Um, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what you. I'm kind of thinking of forecasting as a different word. What are you asking when you say forecast? Can you put it in simpler words?
Yeah, definitely. So, when you are forecasting financial needs or forecasting kind of like better allocation or using statistics to kind of like forecast a trajectory that they would be using their budget in.
Um, no, we didn't use statistics as far as the budget. It's it was really it just wasn't that advanced. It may be advanced in my next class is financial accounting, but it wasn't that advanced in this class. No, I guess I would say no. I didn't use the forecast.
All right. What else? What other projects did you work on, Terrance?
Um, cost value margin project.
So tell me
I
about
can
this
send you
first, and
that.
then we'll move forward.
The cost value margin is how do I how do I explain it? It's
What was the
it's
problem area that
figuring
you
out
were looking
the
at?
it's figuring out the margin of how how much something is spent in percentages and in units, is in dollars and in units, and deciding having a balance sheet that tells what the profit margin is and what the in net income would be.
So, what tools and process did you use to assess this?
Just the same old Excel spreadsheet. It wasn't. I I didn't use many tools in this. This was just creating a balance sheet from the information that was given to us from a
Okay, and
from a
mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah,
It was just the information that was given to us from a different document that I can send you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about with it.
all right. And what recommendations or improvements or analysis did you provide?
Um, the analysis, it wasn't in recommendations for this project, or the analysis was just to create it. The numbers had to be correct, and not any errors or anything like that. So,
So
like
you
I said,
ensured
it's very
accuracy in
simple.
numbers.
Yeah.
All right, all right. What other projects did you work on? Financial, again, modeling, forecasting, or business capability, strategy, planning, etc., etc.
Um, different projects in
Business
different classes. Like,
reconciliations. So I would like you
um,
to share some significant ones.
some significant ones. Hmm. I I don't know what you would call significant.
So yeah, so let
uh,
me explain that. Let me explain that to you. So significant projects would be projects that had a very good kind of like problem that you were supposed to address, and
mhm.
then and you were able to recommend some really good results.
um, in the 4 weeks, in the 6 weeks we had class, we only had two team projects, so the rest was individual. I guess you individual work,
Mm.
independent work. So as far as team, those are the two team projects that we have for
So
the for the
budget
accounting class.
evaluation. Okay, so budget
Uh,
evaluation and the cost analysis were the two team projects.
yeah.
Okay, what about the individual projects? I'm looking for, again, more financial planning, modeling, etc., related projects.
Um, we haven't done any modeling. I think that's my next course is modeling and forecasting. But the course
Hmm.
that I taken that I have just taken was creating spreadsheets and different things like that. Finding out the numbers for spreadsheets, budget, cost cost value profit, things like that, margin costs. Um, that's that's really what that class was all
So,
about.
okay, and okay, so you haven't done any financial modeling projects as yet.
Yeah, yeah. I would say
Mm-hmm.
that's
All
my
right.
next course in October, November.
Okay. So when you say that you have 2 years of, when you want to emphasize the 2 years of budgeting, forecasting, financial modeling, and analysis experience, I mean, in which position or project did you gain this particular experience?
In in this particular project, some of it, but not all of it. Yeah, that's why
Or
this.
any jobs that you kind of like gain these skills while you were working as a um, accounts payable clerk
I,
or specialist.
I would say not the forecasting part. Mostly the
Okay.
budgeting by reconciling and budgeting
Financial
accounts.
modeling.
Financial modeling. No, I don't think so. I couldn't say I have, but like I said, I'm supposed
Okay.
to learn
So,
all this stuff.
mhm. All right. So, I mean, do you have any experience at all in financial modeling or forecasting or anything of that sort?
No,
Strategy,
not
business
yet.
strategy alignment, business case development.
I have business case development in my business management class, um,
Yeah, I would
but
love to know if you have done any projects for that.
um, yes, I have. I can't think of it because it was back in February and I don't remember it. Um, but I know I have done it because that's what the course was about. But I don't remember exactly
Okay.
what project it was that we did.
Can you share the project report? Do you have that?
I I may have it. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm sitting out in my car right now, so I don't know
No,
what
no,
I have
I mean,
on
you
my
can
computer.
send it to me. All right. All right.
Yeah,
So if you have
whatever I
that, I
have, I'll
would
send
love
it
to
to
get
you.
that. All
Okay.
right. All these different projects that you have worked on. So this business, case development or strategy alignment project, this would also be very good. So I would really appreciate
Mm,
if you could just, look for the project report and send that back to me. All right.
okay. Okay.
And do you have any experience in, again, asset performance management or technology lifecycle management?
Uh, not asset performance. My technology based performance. I don't believe so. Not much of it is technology based anyway.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Um, okay. Tell me, what other courses have you taken up till now?
Business management, leadership, organizational leadership, then leadership and economics is what I'm in now. Um,
Hmm.
I think that's it. One, two, three, organizational leadership, business.
So
Yeah, I
these
think that's.
leadership projects that you have. Mhm.
Go ahead. No,
Yeah, I was saying these leadership courses, leadership based courses that you have taken. Any projects again that you have done that kind of like depict working with C-level executives, that depict driving operational or business improvements as a leader. Any of those problems that you have solved in the projects that you have worked on for these classes?
um, I would say sort of with the planning and leading and organizing and controlling. It 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 doesn't it wouldn't categorize as say executives or anything like that. It's just knowing how to plan, organize, lead, and control and manage um, business.
Mhm. All right. Okay. So coming back to the jobs. So your second position is as an accounts payable specialist at CMOC, right?
All
You
right.
mentioned that you administered code to post for journal entries and then payment will runs to SAP by design for approval. You mastered reconcile of vendor statements to SAP entries, etc., etc. And then you three-way matched invoice to PO from receipt, projected for 500 invoices per month, and this had a payable of dollar 500K, right?
Right.
So what was this project about, or this particular initiative about?
Um, it was really an accounts payable, so it's paying the vendors for the mining company um, for like different different equipment, different things that they use in the mining company, um,
Hmm.
and reconciling that information. But It doesn't have to do anything with forecasting or budgeting, unless you wanna say I budgeted um, the time the amount I was saving the company by doing it in a quick manner or expedient manner
Hmm.
before they became
So how
late
much?
or things like that.
How much did you help save the company?
I would say about 2%. I
Okay. And
but
how
that's two
exactly did
percent
you get?
overall.
So 2% of what?
I would say in the time that I worked there, 8 months, probably more than 500,000. A good more than 500,000. I can't put a number on it, but it's more than 500,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, so at this position as an accounts payable specialist, again, what accounts or how many accounts did you kind of like manage or oversee?
Um, Regular accounts, I manage maybe 25, 25 different accounts. Um, that was
Hmm.
paying them and getting their invoices in weekly, and then as far as
And these
equipment
35 different
accounts,
accounts?
yeah,
Hmm.
and the 35, and then the equipment accounts was about 15 different accounts for equipment.
So these were different client accounts or just were one particular client?
Different accounts. Yeah, not one
All
particular.
right. And the 2% that you saved, that was for one particular client account.
That was for that's the terms for the company that worked out with us as far as our company as far as paying the invoices on time. Um, Again, it all leads back to time management. As long as they were paid in 10 days or earlier, they would receive a 2% discount on those. Um, Anything
Okay, so this was a
after,
mhm.
go ahead.
This was kind of like the 2% discount or the processing payment offer was something that your company offered to accounts, right? That processed payments within certain
No,
time.
their company offered to save us to discount us 2% in the
Because you
payment.
ran their payments quickly.
Yes, because
Okay, so
we
you will
did
have
it.
to explain this to me, Terrance. This is slightly confusing, and I don't want to get this wrong.
Okay. Um,
Okay, so can you explain this to
let's
me
let's
again?
say let's say you're a company and I'm a company. Um, your
Mm-hmm.
company would offer me a 2% discount if I pay your bill. If I pay your bill, that your invoice in 10 days. When it's due,
All right.
it's actually due in 30 days. But if I paid it in 10
Hmm.
days or earlier, then your company would offer me a 10% or 2% discount off of what the invoice was written for.
All right. So that means that you help save your company 2% of cost, maybe by offering this like giving them payments within 10 days instead of the 30-day cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
right? All right.
Yeah,
And what about the bullet where you mentioned that you kind of three-way matched invoice to PO from receipt for 500 invoices per month, and this had a payable of $500K. So what does that signify?
that's monthly. The invoices, the receipts that come in from the buyer. Um, then
Mhm.
to match them to the invoices that come in from the supplier, and or match them to the PO that comes from the buyer to the invoice to the supplier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
And
does.
then the
So what
invoice,
is the payable 500K refer to?
the the amount that it equals to, say, on a monthly basis, all the invoices together.
All right. So these were $500K. These 500 invoices per month were $500K.
Yeah,
Were worth $500K.
yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. Terrence, there's a bit of a problem with my recording software. Let me just drop this call and call you back right away. All right.
Okay, okay,
Just a second. Let me hang this up
okay.
and